What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Casper's Kicks once again. Appreciate y'all for stopping in and checking out the channel. It is Friday finally. Well, I guess when I'm dropping this video it'll be Saturday, but it is the weekend, so hopefully y'all have a great weekend. I know tomorrow is, or today when I'm posting the video, it is the release day of the Yeezy 350 Dazzling Blues. Hopefully you're able to cop. I should be dropping a review of them on Sunday or maybe Monday. We'll see how my weekend goes and when I have time to edit that video. But that's not what we're talking about. No review for this video. We're actually going to do a little sneaker talk today. So I was just kind of chilling working today, and I actually saw a article posted today about Footlocker and Nike. Now, I have seen two sites where this article was posted, one being CNN and then another being Complex. And basically what happened today is Footlocker's stock went down because of news that Nike was going to be cutting back on using Footlocker to sell their shoes. So that is what I want to talk about with y'all today. Of course, I have the article pulled up, so I'm going to kind of quote a little bit of it just so y'all can get an idea of everything going on. But that is just what I'm going to be talking about today. And of course, leave your thoughts in the comments about if you heard about it and what you think about it. But to start, I do have the Complex article already pulled up. And if y'all are curious or want to see the article, let me know and I can put it in the comments so y'all can go check it out yourself. But it reads, first reported by Yahoo's finest Brian Sozzi, Footlocker's stock tumbled nearly 35% after 950 million in market value. I said about 950 in market value on Friday after the retail giant confirmed that it will not be selling as many Nike products this year. Now there's some more numbers in there. And then if you go down a little bit farther, it says, in a statement, Footlocker CEO Richard Johnson acknowledged that there are specific styles that Nike drops through their direct-to-consumer business, and while Footlocker will still have access to those styles, they'll just have less on hand. Now, we have been seeing, and I think last year I made a video about an email that went out from Nike to one of their mom and pop shops about this, but we know that Nike has been talking about doing more direct-to-consumer, which is just them selling product to the consumer just straight from Nike. So no using Footlocker and Champs and Finish Line and all those different stores that we're so used to seeing. Even the mom and pop shops, Nike wants to just sell straight to the customer. One, of course, it helps their profit they make. I believe I read earlier in the CNN article, and let me see if I can pull it over quick, but I think it like doubles their profit if they just sell themselves. So of course money is going to be a factor in why Nike is doing this. And of course, I don't know if it'll help with backdooring and just all the shady stuff that goes on in the sneaker game, but that is what Nike wants to do. So really nothing Footlocker can do in regards to that, but it will make things very interesting. Now I will say, I feel like we kind of are seeing the same thing with Yeezy. Now Yeezy releases via Confirmed app. They sometimes do an in-store raffle, and then I know they have Yeezy supply as well. Now, they do release shoes like at Footlocker and JD, but I feel like it's a lot harder to hit on Yeezys than it is Jordans at those other stores. Like, I feel like there are a lot less supply compared to what they have for themselves or for their stores like Adidas and Yeezy Supply. So I feel like we already see that with Yeezy, and now it'll be interesting seeing that with Jordan Brand. Now, like I said, it's a lot with it, just because, like I said, there's of course backdooring and just various things like that going on in the sneaker game that I'm sure Nike is aware of, and I'm sure they're trying to find a way to limit that. So I did scroll through the CNN article, and I was able to find that paragraph about the profit. So it reads, selling goods on its own website and physical stores nets Nike more than double the profit it would receive from selling through wholesale partners. The company also gains much tighter control over the shopper experience and pricing. That's a big advantage for a premium brand like Nike that wants to present merchandise to customers in enticing and consistent ways and prevent products from being discounted too heavily. So basically, Nike will have full control of their product. They'll be able to do what they want. So, when you go into a store and let's say it's been sitting on shelves for a while, so they put it on discount, we really won't see that anymore with Nike just doing straight to customer. Same with, I feel like how Finish Line and I think Footlocker does it too, where they used to do it where you could get coupons and you could apply it to when you buy like Jordans or Yeezys. Well, you wouldn't see that with Nike either, because I don't believe Nike has coupons like that to where you can get discounts on shoes. So they'll just be in full control of everything. And then if you scroll up a little bit, Nike's go out alone strategy has hurt some independent sneaker and athletic shops, which rely heavily on selling Nike, the largest shoemaker in the world, to attract customers. So I feel like this will have a big impact on just those type of stores that sell Nike products, just because they rely so heavily on Nike. Like, can you imagine going to, like, let's say like Dick's Sporting Goods? Can you imagine going in there and have like no Nike merchandise and you're like, well, I'm only here for the Nike? Like, for me personally, I love wearing Nike stuff. I will wear like Adidas, and of course like I have an Under Armour shirt on, but for the most part I wear Nike gear, and that's what I shop for. So it'll be weird just only being able to go to Nike to get that. Of course, like I mentioned, that you wouldn't be able to get a discount on that stuff. So it'll be very interesting to see how this plays off. Now, like I said earlier, if you heard about this today, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like I said, I will, if you want the article, I will post it in the comments so y'all can read the article, and I may just do it just to do it anyway. But yeah, this is it was very interesting news to read about today, I must say. Now, for those of y'all that are big on brands and maybe you don't like Nike stuff and you just want different type of brands that are out there, there could be some benefit to this. In the complex article, it does read, to help offset some of the foreseeable losses, Footlocker will fuel its own direct-to-consumer business, including launching several private label clothing brands. Now, JD already does this. I believe they have their pink soda brand, and I think they have one more brand that they sell in their store. So if you're gone into a JD or a Finish Line, you'll see that they have, it's a brand that you would have never known about, but it is JD and Finish Line's brand. So it could be cool to see what these other retail stores will come up with in terms of their own brand and what type of product they'll be able to push out. Like, I know people love fashion and being able to dress up in stuff other than what everybody else has. So this could be a benefit to in some way, as it could allow people to have different clothing. But at the same time, if people don't like what these retail stores are putting out, it could also be a hindrance because you're not selling merchandise. So it's a very complex situation, to say the least. In my opinion, I like having the ability to go to different stores to be able to cop different pairs. Of course, you know, when you can go enter all of your raffles at Footlocker and Champs, and then you have JD and Finish Line, and then of course you have sneakers as well, it allows you to be able to kind of put multiple eggs in one basket because you're trying to get that one shoe. And if you don't hit somewhere else, you still have the opportunity to hit elsewhere. Now, if Nike just straight says we're only going to sell the shoes, it could get interesting with trying to get shoes. I know some people are resellers. I'm a reseller, so I'm always trying to get multiple pairs, and I feel like that could limit how many pairs you could get as a reseller, because really you could only go and get one pair if you have a store in your area. Now, I guess you could have multiple sneakers accounts, and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But I know, like in Texas, I know Dallas has a big Nike store. Austin has 2 Nike stores. Houston is just getting a Nike store, and that's not getting opened until the end of this year of 2022. So I know Nike is building a bunch of boutiques around the country, but at the same time, what about those areas that aren't getting a Nike store? Then, or like you're not getting a Nike store, but you have a Foot Locker and you have a Champs and you have a JD, you know, you really will have a much harder time getting shoes unless you're trying online, and we all know how crazy it has been online to get shoes. So could it be that really your only option would be sneakers? Like, that's the only way you will be able to cop a pair, and if you strike on the sneakers, then you're either paying resale or you're just out of luck. So, you know, that's kind of my thought if you don't have a Nike store in your area. Now, if you do have a Nike store, of course you have the sneaker passes, and they may have like leftover pairs sitting around, and you may be able to go in and cop those pairs there. But it may be a little bit easier if you, like I said, if you have a Nike store in the area. But at the same time, like, Houston is a major city, so there's millions of people here. So if you have millions of people here going to one Nike store, that's not going to work too well, in my opinion. But, you know, that I just wanted to make a quick video over this. Like I said, I was chilling today and I saw that article and I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. But like I said, Nike's been talking about this for a minute. We've known that they were working on a more direct-to-consumer approach to their product. And I believe in the CNN article, it mentioned that Under Armour and I believe Puma were doing something. No, Under Armour and Adidas were doing something similar. So of course, if Nike's going to do it, the other companies are going to start to follow suit. So it will be interesting to see where sneakers goes. I guess because Nike's able to control so much, and people are going to follow suit with what Nike does. But like I said earlier, let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know how you feel about it. Is it something that you like? Do you think it'll be beneficial, or do you think it'll be hurtful? I'm sure for those that have a hard time copying shoes, this will just make it 10 times worse. And it just kind of depends on how people feel. But let me know how y'all feel about that. But as always, I appreciate y'all for stopping in. Hope y'all stay safe, stay blessed, have a great weekend. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date when I post new content. Almost at 1,000 subscribers, so if you're new here, please go and subscribe. But as always, appreciate y'all for stopping in, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.